Welcome back to our series, Are Copycat Recipes as Good as the Real Thing? Today we're going to be making Taco Bell tacos, and we've got a recipe here from Confetti and Bliss. We're going to be showing you ingredient by ingredient how to make these tacos, and at the end we're going to go get some actual Taco Bell tacos, and we're going to compare them to see if the Copycat recipe is actually as good as the real thing.
We have to give a shout out to Mitchell for this video suggestion. He suggested this video multiple times, so we finally are going ahead and doing it. If you want to leave your own suggestions in the comments down below, we might just use them for a video. And also, before we make these tacos, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already.
All right, the first step here is to combine all of the dry ingredients for our taco seasoning that's going to go into the beef after we cook it. So we've got 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 2.5 teaspoons of granulated beef bouillon, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder.
Oh, I spilled it.
Oh well, we cleaned the counter, so...
Okay, we'll put that in a minute. Let's keep going.
All right, a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin.
Lots of 1/2 teaspoons here.
Yep, last 2 ingredients, 1/4 teaspoon of granulated sugar, and the secret ingredient, I think, is an 1/8 teaspoon of natural unsweetened cocoa powder.
I don't think this is going to make a difference.
That stuff's pretty strong. I don't know.
It's a very, very small amount, but oh, look at all the... Oh.
Gotta...
there it goes.
Knock it on the side. Okay.
Got some nice colors in there. We also have to add...
We're going to clean up the onion or the garlic powder over here, and then... So why don't you go ahead and just... Don't watch this part. Well, counters are clean, we promise. This is not going to affect the taste. All right, then we just go ahead and mix this up. This is actually a pretty easy recipe to make because you just got to do this, brown the meat, and then make your tacos. All right, that's mixed up, so let's go on over and brown the meat now. All right, next up we're going to brown the meat, and we've got 1 pound of lean ground beef here that we're going to brown. All right, we're going to be cooking this on a medium-high heat. And in a medium-sized to large-sized skillet, because we are going to be adding some water and some spices when we're done, and we want it to be big enough to hold all of that. Oh yeah, another tip is the recipe says that if you want it to be a little bit juicier, you can add a couple tablespoons of oil while you're cooking this. So just keep that in mind. If you like a little bit juicier meat, you can add some oil when you start. So this is supposed to be cooked until there's no pink, and I see just a little bit of pink still, so we're going to cook it for just a minute longer. So if you want this to be like Taco Bell taco meat, you got to chop it up pretty finely. Theirs is pretty small little chunks, so that's what I'm doing here. Just chopping that up. So there's no more pink left in this, and it's chopped up nice and fine. So we're going to go ahead and take this off and go drain that. All right, so now we're going to be adding 3/4 cup of warm water to our beef, along with our dry mixture from before. And then we're just going to be mixing that up well. See if I can do it without getting the beef all over the place. And we're going to bring this to a boil. Once it boils, then we turn the heat down to a medium-low and simmer it for 10 minutes. So I wouldn't really call this a boil, but it's definitely pretty hot. And I would probably call it a simmer, something like that. So I'm just going to let this cook for about 10 minutes now. Stir it occasionally and cook it uncovered. Okay, the beef is done, so we're going to take that on over and start assembling our tacos. All right, the meat is done, and we are ready to start assembling our tacos. So Collin is going to be making a soft taco. I'm going to be making a hard taco.
Yep.
And we start with putting our ground beef down in the bottom. It actually looks pretty good, like pretty similar. Tasty, but also pretty similar to the Taco Bell, like the coloring and stuff. All right, there's a specific order for making the Taco Supreme. So we're going to actually be doing Taco Supremes today. If you just want a regular taco, it's just lettuce and a little bit of cheese. But for the Supreme, you get to add some sour cream, which is awesome because, you know, sour cream is just delicious and it makes everything taste better. So that's supposed to go in on top of the beef.
I don't think it really matters if it's on top or below the beef.
That's what the recipe says. We gotta follow.
Okay, I'll put it on top. I'll put it on top.
Okay, your turn.
And I never ever go to Taco Bell or any sort of fast food taco place like that, so I'm not really sure what to expect from these.
I should have been wearing my Taco Bell shirt. So.
Oh yeah, you do.
I'm not a Taco Bell fan anymore, but that was definitely, as a teenager, that was the spot to go. So, and I worked there when I was a senior in high school. All right, so next is your layer of lettuce, and it says to put a pretty good amount of lettuce on there. And then we've got some tomato. These are Roma tomatoes, by the way. That's what the recipe called for.
There we go.
Cut up, and then some shredded cheddar. Last but not least, we've got some...
Definitely not least.
Cheddar cheese.
Maybe most.
All right, now the cool thing about making your own recipe at home is you get to add as much stuff as you want to it. That looks pretty dang good. I'm excited to eat this.
Yeah, these are ready to go.
We just got to go get the Taco Bell, the actual Taco Bell tacos, and we'll be right back for our taste test. All right, we're back from Taco Bell, and we've got our soft taco for Collin.
Thank you.
And my hard taco. And these are Supremes, remember that?
Mm-hmm. Very supreme looking right here.
So let's do a little comparison. First of all, their taco is much bigger than mine. I think that was...
Bigger? Wait.
I think that was... So here's the Taco Bell one, and here's mine. I think that was just because, you know, I bought small taco shells.
Yeah. And
what about your size?
They're about the same size.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I maybe put a little bit more ingredients in mine, but...
All right, so let's see if we did the ingredient layering properly.
Okay.
Got the meat, the sour cream, the lettuce, the cheese, the tomato. Okay, so I put the tomato and then the cheese.
Mine has, it looks like tomato then cheese.
Oh, and on top of mine, oh man, they messed that up.
They did it wrong.
All right, well,
so let's start with the actual Taco Bell
true
taco.
Test right here. All right, let's
see. So we
see
have the baseline.
what it tastes like.
So like I said, I don't eat Taco Bell very often at all.
That's pretty good. Better
Better than I expected, actually. Not bad at all.
I love their taco shell. It's like super crispy, but not thick. It's just nice and crunchy.
Well, I was going to say I really love the tortilla.
Oh, there you go. So
yeah.
they did good on that. Also, the sour cream in there, it's just kind of got a Taco Bell sour cream, just kind of has like a distinct flavor. And it's lunchtime for us, so we're both kind of hungry.
Yeah, I'm noticing the sour cream is like, it's kind of mixed in with the meat in there. So it has that creamy taste to the meat, which I think is really good.
In case you need a napkin. So, okay, we're starting off with a pretty good taste. That's going to be hard to beat. I'm not sure that our Copycat is going to beat that, but...
I think that the tomatoes and lettuce will at least be a little bit fresher than ours.
That's true.
So we'll see if that can carry it.
Wow, I'm a little nervous.
Let's see.
I like our Copycats to do well.
Yeah, that's good too. They're different.
That was good.
And I think I was right. The ingredients are a little bit fresher.
Yes, they are.
But the Taco Bell just has that fast food, like really yummy, oily, greasy taste.
The only thing that I didn't like as well is the taco, and that's because this taco sat around for about 15 or 20 minutes while I was going to grab the actual taco, so it would have been crunchier.
You know what?
And
I think the tortilla and the actual meat itself are better in the real Taco Bell taco.
That's not too surprising.
And the meat is a pretty important part for me, at least.
It is. You know, they've got their recipe down, and they've been doing this for many years, and they've, I'm sure, studied like what kind of chemicals and stuff to put in there to make it super addictive and tasty.
Yeah, the meat is a lot better. So unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to say it's not worth it to make this Copycat recipe. It's good, but it does take a lot more time than just going and getting some Taco Bell. So I'd say just go get the Taco Bell.
Okay, so here's my review. I really like both of them. The Taco Bell one is better. It just, almost everything about it. The taste is better, the crunch is better. And as far as the freshness of the ingredients, yeah, the Copycat one, it's homemade and everything. And I really like homemade because of health, but I have to agree.
Yeah, Taco Bell's better. And by the way, the freshness, it's not like you taste the Taco Bell one and you're like, oh, these are like old or anything like that or stale. It's just that the Copycat one is noticeably fresher.
Okay, so I guess in this video we're saying go with the real thing. But if you like more fresh and healthier, the Copycat's also a good choice too. We'll put the description, or we'll put the link to that recipe in the description below.
Yep, this is going to be the end of the video. We hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, leave it a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We'll see you next week.
See ya.